There's nothing worse than attracting in the kind of clients that you absolutely dread working with. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about how to repel them and keep them from signing up in your online business, your digital service, and your online coaching program. Let's hop in and let's start this together. Hey, what's up? Jeremy here from whatupjeremy.com, back with another episode of Client by Client. Thank you so much for tuning in today. In the last episode, we leveled up every part of your inner belief system. If you don't believe that you are capable of a brighter future and you can't see it and you can't tune into it, and if you aren't believing in what you are capable of becoming when it comes to your online business, when it comes to your self-development, your professional and your personal development, getting to that better and brighter future becomes close to damn near impossible. So in yesterday's episode, we talk about why it's so important to believe in that brighter future, in your capabilities, and why you are meant for so much more. Be sure to backtrack one episode so you can understand all of the mental perspective shifts and the entire framework to level up, or depending how you look at it, deepen your belief system. Here in today's episode, I want to help you repel the kind of icky clients that you don't want to work with that become an absolute hell, to put it quite straightforward, in your online business, that maybe make you not even want to show up. If you've ever had this happen, then you know what I'm talking about. Let's talk about how to repel non-ideal clients. If you don't get today's episode right, there's really two things that happen. The first thing that happens is that you attract in what we call nightmare clients. And that's frustrating because it takes a lot of work to attract in clients. And it takes a lot of work to walk through the sales process. And at the end of the day, no matter how much you charge, when you attract in a nightmare client, you will feel like you are not charging enough, and the money will never be enough to work with these kinds of people. Whether you're charging 1K right now or you're charging 100K a year for your online coaching clients, your digital service clients, whatever it is, the money is never enough when you attract in a nightmare client. That's the first thing that happens. The second thing that happens is that you start becoming suspect of every prospect and every client that comes your way. And that's frustrating because what you go looking for, you will find, my friends. And when you get into that fear mode and you get on that channel and that frequency of fear of attracting in nightmare clients, it is inevitable that you will start to attract more of them in. So now let's talk about what we need to do to start repelling them so that you not only don't attract in nightmare clients, you attract in even better clients to work with. We'll start up at the top with what we call dream clients. You see, I want for you to be attracting in what is known as what I've learned to call a 5-star prospect. I learned this from Dean Jackson and another one of my coaches, Taki Moore. And 5-star prospects are the kind of people that are an absolute dream to work with. They know that they have a problem. They are looking for a solution right now. They are considering you as a solution and they're ready to go. And while every business can come up with their own criteria for what a dream or a 5-star prospect may or may not be, it's important that you have your criteria and your definitions for what that means for you. And so the first thing you need to do is define what a dream client is for you. Some of those things you might be thinking about, or that I would like for you to be thinking about, is they're an absolute joy to work with. They take action quickly. They ask questions up front so that they're clear on the scope of work, or they're clear on the project, and they don't leave any opportunities for kind of gray areas. They pay on time. They maybe pay in full. They want to continue working with you after your initial engagement. They work with you for a lifetime. These are all just a beginning list of things that you could be and you should be considering for what makes a dream client for you. And what I love about this, when we talk about what happens if you don't get today's episode right just a second ago, we talk about the fear mode and getting on that channel and that frequency and start vibrating at the energy of fear of attracting in nightmare clients. If you shift to the equal and opposite side of the pendulum, that would mean getting your mind and your heart and getting you aligned with the opposite channel of attracting in dream clients. And no better way to start getting on that frequency than to start putting pen to paper and start defining these things and thinking about these things and talking about them in your marketing, which leads us to thing number 2. Before we can even start talking about these, or in addition to talking about these in your marketing, in your daily stories, in your live streams, in your podcasts, in your emails, in your Facebook group. You also, if you have already attracted in a nightmare client, or if you've dealt with this before and don't want to deal with it again, you need to review your marketing right now. You see, on this show, over the last 140 episodes, we talked a hell of a lot about talking to pains and problems. And I implore you to continue doing that. But what I also want for you to consider is talking to better pains and problems. In every single one of ours in your markets, there are a list of problems that your prospects and that pieces of your market are experiencing. And if you think about your market in a pyramid, and the bottom level, level 3, being the entire market and probably made up of more nightmare clients than some of the second and first level, and you move all the way from that lower level to the elite level of your prospects, of those clients, the ones that the best online coaches with the most authority and with the most celebrity in your market are attracting with ease, that you're scrounging for, that you're landing here and there, but you're not landing with every client that comes your way. Well, they are doing certain things. They're speaking to certain problems. And every single one of us as online coaches have talked to beginner problems, and then we've talked to advanced and elite level problems. And so, like in my market, it's one thing to talk about getting your first clients versus getting your 100th client, or talking about consistent clients versus just starting your online business, or when is it time for a team versus talking about how to manage your time as a solopreneur. Every one of those conversations is going to attract a different person at a different place in their journey, thinking about different problems. So I want for you to think about, what problems are you talking to right now in your marketing, and what problems can you begin talking to that higher and better levels of your market are experiencing, and that our chances are already looking for a solution, looking for some help because they know they have a problem. They probably have a budget more so than the entry-level pieces of your market. And if you can now start peppering that into your upcoming stories, Facebook group posts, profile posts, Instagrams, YouTubes, webinars, whatever it is you're doing right now in your marketing, and don't add those things if you're not doing them. But in whatever's working most for you right now for getting attention, start talking to higher level problems, those kinds of problems, so that you attract in people who are at a different place in their journey, thinking about solving better problems. So thing number 2, start reviewing your marketing and continue talking to pains and problems, but start talking to better and higher level pains and problems that the better part, the more elite part of your market is most likely to be experiencing. Third, you gotta upgrade your filters. It's not necessarily that I want for it to be harder for prospects to become clients and for the process to be harder for you to get in money, but I want for you to start looking at your current systems and thinking about where you could begin to patch up some holes, where you could begin to add some infrastructure, or what energy needs to be added in from you, even just mentally, so that the process is more conducive to attracting in higher levels and to higher level prospects and to better clients, and to hopefully start eliminating the people who are a nightmare to work with. Couple of things that I would put on your radar when it comes to upgrading your filters. If you are right now only operating on a one-call close, meaning when someone books in for a strategy session, they're immediately going into a sales call where you're actually potentially signing them up as a client, instead of doing a one-call close, which puts you in a higher likelihood to potentially wind up with a nightmare client, do a 2-call close. And this is where, when we've talked about this in the past, where in your first call, you are going to make that about you, 10 to 15 minutes. And this is, how can I help you, and can I even help you? And then if they make it through that filter, the second call is all about them and putting a plan together. Do a 2-call close instead of a 1-call. Next, look at your application questions when people book a call with you and start to level those up. Maybe they're marketing to beginner problems. How can you start to level that up and attract better clients in? And even if you are putting higher level questions, chances are that the good parts of the lower part of your market are still going to make it through that, and then you can make that judgment on your calls. Don't take in desperate money. And a way that you can do this, if you're across the Zoom call from someone who you think might not be an ideal client for you, is maybe you only offer them a pay in full option. Maybe the guarantee gets a little bit more strict, or there becomes not necessarily a no money back guarantee or a money back guarantee, but you have a different conversation about how this is going to work and about what the expectations are. In the next episode, we're going to talk about how to market and how to make offers to your past clients, be sure to come back tomorrow to get the entire framework for making even more money and creating lifetime clients out of clients that have maybe not renewed or have not re-signed up with you. Whenever you are ready, here are a couple ways I can help you grow your online business. First, download your free copy of GetBook CRM. Coaches and online business owners are still managing your leads and pipeline from Instagram DM, Facebook Messenger, and your email inbox, where you're losing leads in the cracks and leaving a lot of money and clients on the table every single week and month. That's why I created GetBook CRM. What started out as a free and simple way for me to manage my leads and pipeline and turn prospects into clients has quickly become a favorite tool of my private students and many members in the Leverage Coach community. Get leads and turn them into clients in half the time. To download your free copy now, just find me over on Instagram at WhatUpJeremy and send me the letters CRM. Second, join my free group for online coaches. I've got coaches from all over the world, all implementing my methods and strategies for getting clients consistently. Get your free invite into the group now by finding me on Instagram and messaging me the word group. Lastly, become my next success story. I'm getting a couple coaches together this month to implement my methods and frameworks for injecting a minimum of $15K worth of new clients or doubling your existing client roster base over the next 30, 60, 90 days. But working with the right people is super important to me. So only respond to this if you are a relationship-focused coach who always puts the person ahead of the money. You've been coaching or in your online business for at least 6 months to a year. You would like to get 3 to 5 clients organically every week or month from social media without wasting money and time on paid ads. You have at least 300 friends on a social platform, email list, or Facebook group. You are willing to take bold, inspired action because you know that your success depends upon it. And last but most importantly, you can keep a secret. If that's you, I want you to grab your phone right now, tap that Instagram app icon, do a little search and find me at WhatUpJeremy. Give me a follow and binge on some reels while you're there. And when you're ready, I want for you to message me the words case study. When you do that, I'll ask you a couple questions about your online business and your vision for the next 12 months. And then I'll share with you what we have coming up this month in the Get Clients program, how we're already helping students from all over the world to get clients consistently. And we'll also identify what part of the program will likely make the biggest impact on your business the soonest. That way you know what to expect. For all the details now, just find me on Instagram at WhatUpJeremy and send me the words case study. That's it for this episode of Client by Client. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you in the next one. Cheers.